the city of Winnipeg and what they're building here.
Couple of big Canadians. Khalil Miller, Simi Shitu, tip it off. Let's go here tonight in Winnipeg. CBears control the tap.
Nice. Great work, everybody.
Terry Roberts. Simi will work it with Jalen Harris. Harris, first bucket, takes it to the rack. He's going to go to the line and shoot one, and that's what he can do. Drive and score the ball.
That's not what Scarborough wants to see. They want to make it hard for him. They know he's going to take tough shots, and he can make tough shots like this one. But you just don't want this guy to develop a rhythm, Rod, or else you are in big trouble.
Jalen was with the Shooting Stars a couple of years ago, was released in the championship season and had his revenge game a few weeks ago in Scarborough, had the game winner. Shooting Stars in white. Here's Terquavion Smith. Smith, errant toss, says my bad, and that was a misfire there on their first possession.
Yeah, they had the back door cut, just an errant pass, and I'm sure Mike Taylor's going to have his guys take a look at that one. I like the play by Scarborough.
Simi, baby hook, and Simi Shitu gets it started. And the CBears off to a roaring start, 5-zip.
His team in the Greek League not using all of his offense. He's getting a chance to do it here.
Moving screen violation. Our officials tonight, couple of Reeds, Reed Scott, Reed Kenyon, Neil Donnelly, whistleblowers tonight in Winnipeg at Canada Life Center. Shooting Stars coming off a win on Sunday. CBears coming off a loss against Edmonton after peeling off 3 straight wins. They had a slow start in Winnipeg to the season, though. They got their first win, then lost 5 in a row. And they're
almost a steal by Terry Roberts.
Here's Cat Barber, Cat, corner. They whip it around. Khalil Miller with the shot. No, ripped down, and back come the CBears. Roberts, such a quick guard. Simi down the runway. A whistle as well, and a foul.
Terquavion Smith tried to stand in, Rod, to get the charge, and just not able to get over in time. And that's a big train with runway.
You got to be brave on that one.
That big train on the runway with no brakes.
You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you see a number 11 tattooed to your forehead. Simi knocks it down. Simi Shitu, former member of the Calgary Surge, longtime member of the national team. He's been around, played around the world. Talented player.
And yet is such a tender age in his mid-20s. Still.
Here's Cat Barber. Captain Virginia. Cat back with the Shooting Stars, who are looking for their first bucket, and they got it. And it's a 3-ball from the corner.
Walker did a nice job there being ready to shoot. He passed up the last one, not that time.
David Walker and Roberts, another foul, and route to the basket. Terry Roberts, American-born out of Amityville, New York, and played with the Georgia Bulldogs. Let's check our players to watch, who we've already talked about a little bit tonight. Players to watch, presented by Tony Bett.
Well, we've been watching that guy on the right, Jalen Harris. He got the first bucket and 3-point play. And again, it'll be interesting to see how Donovan Williams takes to playing with Smith and Barber for the first time. So there's going to be some hiccups early on.
Donovan hasn't touched the basketball yet. Williams has played with Cat, but not with Terquavion. Terquavion played with the NC State Wolfpack and also with the Philadelphia 76ers. And there's another foul, and quickly seen some physical play here and a lot of whistles early on.
Well, a lot of guys are getting downhill, and one of the keys that both coaches identified was the defense in terms of guarding the ball, keeping it in front of you, not getting into rotations where you have to help consistently. We'll see if they can eventually accomplish that.
Terquavion's only been in a couple of games so far. Again, a G Leaguer and a guy who played with the Rip City Remix. Also played in China. All in white tonight with those kicks, those light pink kicks. 9-4 early on here. CBears miss on the free throws. That's a factor for the Shooting Stars. They're worst in the CEBL from the stripe.
Only 62%.
Donovan gets the rebound, brings it back out to T-Baby, as they called him, or Turk. Turk nails a three. Terquavion Smith.
Uncharacteristic for Winnipeg. Pretty good at looking after the ball. That time they give it away, and they pay with a three.
Roberts handles the rock. We're going to see some Cody John here tonight. He was recently acquired from Saskatchewan. Happy to be in Winnipeg. Simi reverse. They go up, and it is Khalil Miller bringing it down. Now let's see how D. Will goes to work. Donovan Williams tripped up, corner three ball. It's good, and suddenly the three ball brings the Shooting Stars back. In fact, they have their first lead.
Donovan Williams, great in transition, using the hit-ahead pass to a Cat Barber, who is ready to catch and shoot.
Tevion Jones, another former member of the Shooting Stars. Now Turk with Cat Barber. Cat Barber, one of the most talented players this league has ever seen. That was a swat. They want a goaltend. And now the way is Tevion, who lost the rock into the front row. That looked close to being a goaltend.
Well, the officials right away signaled it was on the way up. Mike DiGiorgio does not believe it. I thought that ball hit the glass myself.
Well, the Sea Bears may have caught a break here.
Yeah.
10-9 early on, and we've got a back and forth punch, counter punch. Roberts, what a story he has become. Guy was in the G League. A guy actually survived a gunshot wound not too long ago, and he's back playing basketball again and playing at a very high level. Incredible story. Perseverance. Cat underneath to Khalil. Underneath is Tevion. Oh, what a swat that time. Denied underneath. Then Khalil Miller comes back. And now D. Will to the line. And through. Donovan Williams right down Main Street. His first bucket.
How about the defense by Scarborough? 2 turnovers and a block shot. 3 straight empty trips for Winnipeg. Let's see if they can rectify that in the half court. But Scarborough, after a slow start, has really picked it up, Rod. They're on a 10-0 run.
Donovan Williams played at UNLV, so played in China. D-Dub, one thing about him, he is so quick in transition. That is a factor for a team that's missing their big guy, Hassan Ward, who's at a camp right now. And they've got an opportunity to do some good stuff tonight going small. Here are the keys to the game, brought to you by Paul Jones.
Well, rebounding one, both teams, especially as you said with Scarborough being undersized. The defense, as we've talked about, is big, guarding the ball. How about Scarborough on this run right now? Mike Taylor talking to his team. They need a score.
Cat Barber, since he came back from Portugal the last few games, starting to get... Oh, Jalen Harris goes up high. He's going to go to the line and shoot as he elevated.
You want to stop a run? Get to the basket. You want to shut things down, be able to set up your defense, get to the line, make free throws. They got to take it out of the net. Jalen Harris that time saying, enough. We've been stuck here. We've given up it looks like a 13-0 run. And this is a way to stop it.
Jordan Nicholas is in the game for Scarborough off the bench. He provides a big body, but also coming off of his best game in the CEBL on Sunday. The way the Spalding ball, the official ball of the CEBL, in the hands of Jalen Harris, and through. 5.5 to go near the midway point of the first quarter in Winnipeg tonight, almost near the midway point of the CEBL season. Jaden Campbell off the bench as well. Backdoor feed. Here's Nicholas. Jordan, bounce pass again here. Donovan Williams back to work. Williams, so slick, so sleek. And it's off. Sea Bears on the go here. Jones to the wing. Emmanuel Acott, no. Native Winnipegger comes off the bench as well. Tevion works out there with Jalen Williams. That's shot. Aaron one. Miss on the 3 ball. 6-point lead for the visitors. Cat Big rebound, gets his own, now takes it, finger roll, scoop and score for Cat Barber.
Long shot, long rebound, nobody checked out. Barber picks up the loose change right there and deposits it in the bucket.
Newest CEBL Cody John's going to check in a moment with Terry Roberts. They'll operate in the backcourt, trying to provide a spark. Winnipeg owned the early couple of minutes, but it's been all shooting stars. Donovan Williams, oh, what a hammer dunk, and he goes down hard. Donovan Williams is hurt as he went up and came down hard, and it is...
He took the time on the floor to celebrate, though, Rod.
Maybe.
You see him
That's good news.
You see him tapping his head.
What a play. This is highlight reel stuff.
Oh. And when he came down, as soon as he was okay and you saw him tapping his head, he was saying to Winnipeg, all of you, right on your head, right on your head.
Incredible run by the Shooting Stars. They lead by 10. 4:15 to go. The CEBL on TSN will continue.
Round.
Well, tonight we're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
All the drama, all the excitement, all the fun. Pull up to a CEBL game this summer. Get your tickets now at CEBL.ca or on the CEBL mobile app. And hey, get 15% cash back when you pay with your NEO credit card when buying tickets at CEBL.ca/NEO. Sign up today to get a $25 bonus and be entered to win a 2025 Championship Weekend experience on us.
Scarborough Shooting Stars shooting lights out beyond the arc right now.
Well, doing a nice job moving the ball. That shot by Walker, he was open. This one, the step back from Jones. Listen, Scarborough's middle of the pack in the CEBL when it comes to three-point shooting. Only 32%, but they're off to a hot start right now. Rod at 4 of 7. Something that Winnipeg really has to tune into.
Here is the newest CEBL coming from Saskatchewan. A long-time member of the CEBL, Cody John. Mississauga native. Cody goes to the rim, and his first drive doesn't go in. They're going to like Cody John, though, in Winnipeg, and he can really help out with Semi Shitu and also Jalen Harris. At Terry Roberts into the mix, and Donovan Williams is feeling it right now.
That's a problem for Winnipeg. He's got going in transition. He's knocking down threes. This guy leads the league in scoring. You better shut off the water.
John, there it is, his first bucket as a CEBL, wearing the number of his favorite player growing up.
Carmelo Anthony.
I have to call him Mello. Mello. Cody Mello John. Conversation with him. Things weren't working out in Saskatchewan. Finds a home here in Winnipeg, and they are going to love this guy here.
Well, we talk about the ability to catch and shoot. Great find. Great gather in the corner by Cody John. And that's the way the game's played now. Look for the open man. Move the ball. Play together.
Just over 3 to go. Fast pace first quarter. A lot of fouls early on. Jordan Nicholas hands it off to Donovan Williams. He's been a force. Continues the tap back. Nicholas there goes up. Nicholas now underneath, and he will go to the line, count the basket. This is what Jordan Nicholas do. He's finally did on Sunday. He can do this. Jordan-esque, you might say.
Yeah.
On Sunday against Niagara, he had his best performance as a shooting star, and he did a lot of this.
Well, great offensive rebounding, pursuing the basketball. Tipped it the first time, didn't get it, stayed with it, gathered himself, and went to the basket. Mike Taylor, and we talked about it, rebounding a key. Got to keep these guys off the glass.
Nicholas, just a 41% free throw shooter out of Pearland, Texas. Texas Southern University. Roberts back in the game. Lost the handle. It will be Scarborough basketball.
Hey, Scarborough's picked up the defense. Don't get it twisted here. Kobe Elvis picked up their full court. There's nothing easy. No easy catches. No easy movement of the ball. We're going to get it to where we want it to be. Not right now if you're playing against Scarborough.
Jonesy, Kobe Elvis with those colorful kicks, multicolor. There are a lot of good handles in sports. I think Kobe Elvis might be written in the top 10.
It's up there.
There's another three. Terquavion Smith knocks it down from the corner, and it's 29-14 Scarborough.
And here's the defense again. Winnipeg's got to do something to shut off the water. Scarborough's really getting great looks.
Simi's back in. Shitu puts it on the deck. Works against Nicholas, who says no. Take the shot, and that's not a good idea because Simi can knock it down.
Well, he's showing you his outside game. We know how tough he is close to the basket.
Throw away, turnover, Terquavion. Miscommunication that time with Jaden Koch. 29-17 is the score. Cal Tire, proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com.
Well, Terry Roberts doing what you're taught as a youngster. When a guy's pushed up on you, you take a quick evaluation, one move, and then try to beat them. That'll back them off a bit, but it's going to be a battle to watch if Kobe Elvis is going to continue to pick up full court.
Roberts, good free throw shooter normally at 86%. Played in the G League with the Long Island Nets. Makes the second. Narrows the lead to 11. Big lead for the Shooting Stars early on here. Kobe Elvis will run the floor.
Well, the scoring has been an issue for Winnipeg all season. They're 9th in the league in scoring, right near the bottom.
Nicholas, near side here. David Walker swatted away. Gets it out of there. Big block. Lamu, and now Cody John stepping back. No, too long. Underneath the rebound. What a big rebound that time. Number 13, Nathan Delamo. Hamilton, Ontario native. U Sports player out of Lakehead University. Delamo. And Terquavion will shoot to make it the old-fashioned three.
Well, let's get back to the defense. Head coach Mike Taylor saying one of his keys, and we talked about the defense being a key, but in particular guarding the ball. And we're seeing Scarborough break them down right now off the bounce, using the dribble as a real weapon, either to score or set up good looks at threes. Winnipeg got to do a better job individually of guarding your yard. Keep that guy in front of you, or else your defense is going to be in all kinds of trouble.
Quavian Smith off to a roaring start, so too Donovan Williams. Williams has 13. Kat Barber has a dozen. Quavian Smith has 8, that three-headed monster. Jalen Harris back to the line, the former second-round pick of the Toronto Raptors. Played with Toronto a few years ago. Once scored 31 in a game against the Dallas Mavericks, trying to find his way back into the NBA. We had a conversation with Jalen earlier today about the big news.
Yeah,
Toronto Raptors, President Masai Ujiri, no longer the president there, relieved of his duties, and he was the guy that drafted many, including Jalen Harris.
Yeah, drafted Jalen 59th overall.
Cat watched by Roberts. Last minute. Energetic. First quarter. Oh, nice cut inside. Kobe Elvis Doesn't score a lot, but turns, and the floater, the teardrop goes. Like a little shot put there.
Well, love those guys that play the defense, and then they get a chance to be rewarded by scoring the ball.
Leads a dozen. Under 40 to go, first quarter. Shot clock differential's about 20 seconds here. Mamu, baseline. Cody John, good defense here, and he takes it to the rim. They want a goaltend, they're not getting it. Cat Barber the other way. 20 seconds in the quarter. Barber's gonna wait for the last shot here. Shot clock is off. Both teams arguing a couple of potential goaltends. Crowd doesn't like it. Big crowd here. Final 7 seconds. It looks like Cat wants to take it himself. Cat's going to take it himself. No, he doesn't. They got to let it fly. Elvis, no. Mike Taylor is irate. He wanted a goaltend.
Yeah, they did a good job defensively, though, forcing a tough shot to end the quarter, but Scarborough really got it going.
Shooting Stars off to a slow start, then ignited. Donovan Williams back in the lineup. Huge night for him so far. They lead 34-22. The CEBL on TSN from Winnipeg tonight. Categorize what you saw in that first quarter.
Well, I think Scarborough, if this were a boxing match or a fight in the octagon, Scarborough's been the aggressor right now. Look at their shooting percentage. They're making threes, and we talked about rebounding. You know, it's always an adage, no rebounds, no rings. Scarborough looking after the ball and out-rebounding Winnipeg right now, doing a nice job. 7 assists for Scarborough. They're doing a great job after a slow start. Let's see what Winnipeg does to turn the tide in the second quarter.
See if they can answer back. 7 assists, by the way, for Scarborough. That was 7 more assists than they had the entire second half against the Ottawa Blackjacks.
They had one more than
Friday.
you. They had the same number as you in the second half.
You're absolutely right, my brother. Here we go. Championship weekend town. Winnipeg backdoor feed, and Donovan Williams goes up. Puts it in again. Great pass from Kobe Elvis. Tyler Filowich is into the game now, number 14 for the Sea Bears. Roberts operates at the point, watched by Kobe Elvis. Wants to bring out his screen. Jalen Harris is out there. Roberts kicks it to the corner, kicks it into the second row. Turnover that time for the Sea Bears. They just don't look as crisp as they looked early in the ballgame.
And the one thing that Scarborough taking this lead has done, Ron, and you mentioned it, what a great crowd here on a Friday night.
Awesome.
But they're sitting on their hands right now, and Winnipeg is not feeding off that energy because Scarborough's got it all.
Winnipeg has been unbelievable the last 3 seasons coming into this league. Great building, of course, home of the Jets and home of the Sea Bears. They've got a great basketball fan base here. Great history with university basketball, with Brandon Bobcats down the road. Were perennial champions in the 70s. The Bisons, of course, Manitoba, Winnipeg Westmen. They had an NBAer and a giant in Todd McCullough a few years ago from Winnipeg. So they've had the history here of hoops in Manitoba. Here's Jalen, elbow J, no.
Wow, wide open too. Great screen to free him up.
David Walker elevates and hammers it down. And immediately Mike Taylor wants to talk about it. And you can listen to everybody in the crowd. It is quiet in here right now. One of the loudest buildings. This crowd needs to get into it. Sea Bears take a timeout. They need it. They're down 16 with 8:59 to go before halftime.
All the drama, all the excitement, all the fun. Pull up to a CEBL game this summer. Get your tickets now at CEBL.ca or on the CEBL mobile app. And hey, get 15% cash back when you pay with your NEO credit card when buying tickets at CEBL.ca/NEO. Sign up today to get a $25 bonus and be entered to win a 2025 Championship Weekend experience on us.
Well, the Shooting Stars have a 16-point lead on the Winnipeg CEBL, and a major contributor is, of course, Donovan Williams. But his first love for sport wasn't actually basketball. It was swimming. He said in 2008, when everybody was watching the Redeem Team with Kobe and LeBron out at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, he was actually watching Michael Phelps, his favorite athlete, in the pool, but he gave up swimming because he felt like he had a bigger future was possible for him in basketball. But his sport in swimming was butterfly because of his great wingspan. But you can see, Rod, it's helping him here tonight in Canada Life Center as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You might say he's doing swimmingly because he has 9 tonight. How about Simi Shitu, though? Dives to that backboard. And Simi leading the way for the Sea Bears here tonight. He also has 8 points.
Well, right now, Scarborough's drowning Winnipeg.
Yes, they are.
They got him underwater big time.
There are going to be a lot of swimming references here. 38-24 is the score. Leading scorer is Terquavion Smith for Scarborough with 10. Williams has 9. Barber has 8. Simi Shitu has 10 for the Sea Bears. They need some more production from their backcourt. And that's long. And another turnover and an assist from Williams to Nicholas. And they are wiping the floor right now on the Sea Bears. Another turnover, and this crowd's so restless. D-Dub, yes, another 3.
Well, the turnovers are really, really mounting and hurting Winnipeg. They came into this game second in the CEBL in terms of fewest turnovers. 13 a game.
Just not moving their offense as well. Watching Simi Shitu go to work. Just a lot of ball movement for Scarborough right now, and everybody contributing. It's really the Simi show at the other end.
Yeah, well, when you turn it over, there's not a lot of ball movement.
D-Dub. Nice touch pass. Walker, he's been great tonight. Another scoop and score, attacking the rim. Lead extends to 21 here, and still tons of time before halftime. Jalen Harris has only got 7 so far. Terry Roberts needs this 3. No, and way off. Their shooting percentage not good for the hometown Sea Bears.
Well, what happens is you start missing shots. Confidence is a zero-sum entity in a game. When one team has a lot, the other team has a little. And right now, Scarborough's got all the confidence.
Moving screen. Jordan Nicholas whistled for that infraction. And he has some words with Simi Shitu right now. They're both going at it. Send Nicholas back to the bench. Here's that run here that was precipitated by defense that led to great offense.
When you turn it over, especially like that, now you're subject to the hit-ahead pass. People can't match up. There's no defensive balance. Great way if you're Scarborough to build this lead, get easy shots. Defense turning into offense.
Shooting Stars again, 6-5. Stumbled a few weeks ago. 3-game slide. Have corrected that. Here's Simi underneath. That spin shake is beautiful. Simi Shitu, the baby hook, and they need more of this. The Sea Bears down big here.
He's a one-man gang right now. I'd be getting him the ball. Just don't turn it over, and you need some defense if you're Winnipeg.
Donovan Williams wants a screen. He gets it from Khalil Miller, who rolls, but Williams back pass, back door. Doesn't go their way. Turnover now. Jalen Williams, Terry Roberts misses. And he was hitting the head, a foul here, and he's going to go to the line and shoot. Roberts, one of the best free throw shooters around, and Jaden Koch is going to the bench. He's limping to the bench as he was hurt at the offensive end on that backdoor cut. Well, we're getting closer and closer as the weeks progress. It's midway point, but we're seeing some trends, Jonesy. Here is the Lotto Max path to the playoffs, and you can take a look at the up-to-the-minute standings in the CEBL. We've seen some market corrections. And Calgary 8-4 now. Vancouver, Saskatchewan got a big win. Those lower-ranked teams. Keep in mind the Winnipeg Sea Bears already have a spot
Yes.
in championship weekend as a host team, but talking with their coach, Mike Taylor, he doesn't want to be that traditional host that doesn't come in with some mojo.
Well, the host team has never won it all, and they're aiming to be the first team to do that, but he talked about building good habits, and that's what Scarborough, or what Winnipeg has to do, and it starts tonight against Scarborough.
Morning huddle this morning, I heard him say to his team, you know, a lot of things going on, a team that had lost 5 in a row, and they also corrected, righted the ship, but he said to them, don't expect it to be easy. Embrace adversity, and that is a mantra for a lot of coaches, a lot of teams. We saw it with the team that won the NBA championship this year.
Embrace the struggle. Hard things are hard, and if you're going to be Winnipeg and in championship weekend, you want to have a good showing.
Next CEBL game on TSN comes to you Canada Day. In Langley, the Vancouver Bandits off to a roaring start against the visiting Scarborough Shooting Stars. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock on the coast.
Well, Mike DeGiorgio talked about starting the road trip on a good note. You're on the road. If you can get one on the road, confidence grows. You can get greedy and look for another one. If you lose, that monkey on your back gets a little bit heavier and you start pressing. So he's got to be happy with what he's seeing from his team right now.
Again, a lackluster effort last Friday against visiting Ottawa. They just looked discombobulated. Completely different story on Sunday against visiting Niagara, and it all started with defense. It all started with energy, and they've got a lot of energy going when you consider that Winnipeg came out blazing here tonight. What a different story.
Well, they scored the first
47-29
right?
lead.
They scored the first 5, and then Scarborough, as you like to say, kind of righted the ship.
Cat Barber. Cat watched by Terry Roberts. Jaden Campbell drives right side, trying to step back, slip now. Like a steal here. It is a steal. Back down the floor. Roberts, back pass. Oh, Tavian Jones tomahawks it home.
Well, give Roberts the assist and the screen, too, after a little dump down.
Let's see if this is the igniter for the hometown Sea Bears. Cut it to 16, but Donovan Williams punches back, throws it down with impunity.
The scheme out of whack there. Acott saying, I thought I had help on the other side, and all Donovan Williams saw was a straight line to the bucket.
Wicked dunk from Donovan Williams. And the pull-up. Nice play again from Tavian Jones. Let's see if Winnipeg can get this into reasonable territory before halftime. This guy's had his way, though. Williams again has his way, flushes it home, rocks the rim again, and Donovan Williams putting on a show, has a dozen in this game.
Well, there's no help coming. Acott's pushing up, he's getting beat, and there's no help behind him.
So that's 14 for Donovan Williams now. Barber. Crossovers. So good at that, Cat Barber. Quick as a cat. That ball into the front row. A rare miscue from Donovan Williams. Boy, it's the dunk show. They were raining threes earlier, and then they started punishing the rim here at Canada Life Center.
Well, watch Roberts here after the dump down, being a little bit of a nuisance to Miller. But Williams here on both of these drives, no help. Beats Acott, no help, and then again, same deal. Everybody's pushing up. Got to be a little bit more aware, and you got to guard your yard a little better.
No basket here, 51-33 the score. Jaden Coates coming back in. He limped out before, looks like he's okay. 3:47 to go at halftime. here in Winnipeg. They've got lots of entertainment as always, and we'll have first half highlights. Special feature on the Rick Barry-esque Kyler Filowich and his free throws. Jaden Campbell, air ball. Looked like that shot might have been altered. Paul Jones, Heather Morrison, Rod Black with you in Winnipeg. Home of the championship weekend. High kiss off the glass from Terry Roberts.
It's all about this end of the floor, though, if you're Winnipeg, and if you're Scarborough, you want to continue to move the ball and stress the defense.
Cat with those dreads, stepping back, launching three, no. Rebound underneath, an easy one, tap back. But Jordan Nicholas was fouled, no basket. He's going to shoot, though.
He's been a menace down there underneath, really patrolling the glass. And Winnipeg, no answer right now, keeping him off the boards.
Another guy who spent time in the G League, this league. So good. Giving guys opportunities to get to the summer or G League and get to the NBA if need be. Russell Athletic is the official sideline apparel partner of the CEBL. Get your official merch now at cebl.ca/shop. And there's some nice merch.
Good stuff. Why did I know you'd mention shopping?
I don't know, but I wish I would have gone shopping with you. That suit shop. Look at that. You styling. You got some fit tonight, my man.
It's a summer in Winnipeg. They told me to come strong.
Yeah, you tealed out, that's for sure. Cat. Rambo with the defense. Cat to the rim, and it's a tap back by Jaden Koch. And again, another timeout by Mike Taylor, who must be growing exasperated here.
Well, again, they give up a drive. At least this time there's help. But the problem with giving up the drive and the help is the penetration hurts your defense, but it wounds your rebounding. And on the help with the big man coming over, it turns somebody else loose on the glass. So it's so imperative to keep your guy in front of you. That way you don't have to help. And right now, Scarborough, their quickness on the perimeter and breaking Winnipeg down, getting to the basket is really, really influencing this ball game.
Donovan Williams leading the way with 16 large. Quavion Smith has 10. Cat has 8. We talked about the formation of the three-headed monster. They've never played together yet in the CEBL until tonight. Mike Taylor, he's giving it to his team in the huddle.
Well, all I can say is I know Kyle Julius is watching this.
Yes.
It's like, oh, we're next, right?
Well, they have Edmonton first. They've got Edmonton, the Shooting Stars on Sunday, then to Vancouver. But I will tell you, this has been a hard season to predict. Vancouver's off to a great start, so is Calgary. But everybody else has needed these corrections from time to time, and the peaks and valleys have already come for these two teams.
Well, it happens just because of the nature of practice time, the way lineups change. There's a lot of moving parts, and it's all about trying to establish some consistency.
Try to make the play-ins, get the play-in, get the play-off. Your host team in Winnipeg, you're already ready for the championship, but you want to peek towards that. Here's Jalen Harris. Need to get him going. The left hand, no. Rebound. Gobbled up by Cat. Here he goes. Cat Barber. And knocked out of bounds by the Sea Bears.
And that's something they need, because they were really being hurt in transition. So at least the ball goes out of bounds. You get a chance to set your defense and play 5-on-5.
Scarborough, coming off their highest point total at 102 of the season, have already put up 54 with 2:14 to go before halftime. Could have served that here tonight to see Tevian. Now the three, in and out. That shot from Simi. Rare miss by him. David Walker, he's put force here tonight. Walker strong down the lane and puts it up and puts it in.
David Walker's like a tank, man.
Another three, splash down. Jalen Harris miss. Will that be the spark?
I think the spark for Winnipeg has got to come at this end of the floor, Ron.
Cat knocked out of bounds. It will be Scarborough ball. They bring in some subs here. Donovan Williams will return. Turk will come back in. So too Jaden Koch. Nicholas will go out. Walker will go out. David Walker, there's a guy, you compared him to a hockey player. He's one of those guys who can play both defense and offense, kind of the grinder type.
Physical.
Like a Sam Bennett. Just signed, by the way, today with Florida Panthers.
Well, Winnipeg gets some defense there. 5 seconds on the inbound. They get a turnover, albeit a dead ball turnover, but a welcome stop nonetheless.
90 seconds to go before halftime. Jalen, former shooting star. Lamu, no, way off. Miller on the go again. Cat coast to coast. Hangs on. Good feed underneath. Khalil's going to shoot. Khalil Miller. Feed from Cat Barber, one of the assist leader in the CEBL.
Second in that category, Rod. And, you know, it was not a pure transition opportunity, but it was like a late transition, broken floor. Winnipeg, again, not matching up. And Mike Taylor talked about that, the transition defense. You got to get back, identify, even if it's a cross match.
Khalil,
find somebody to guard.
76% shooter, a guy from Scarborough getting to play for his hometown team, and one of those players who has forged his path through U Sports, Canadian University basketball. This both ends there, and chance to play professional basketball overseas and also in the CEBL, and a three answered. Lamu answers back. Big one that time. Lead is 15.
The play before, he hesitated. This time it was a straight catch and shoot.
Those free throws costly. Deep three, in and out. Miller, though, rebound. Gonna go up, he does, off the front of the rim. Right in front of Emmanuel Acott. Roberts puts it up, and that's Tevian Jones with the miss. They got it back, though. 30 seconds to go before halftime, and there's a foul on the floor.
I give Acott credit on that one. He had one of the toughest shots in basketball, about a 10-footer on the baseline with no angle. He turned it down, backed his way into the paint, looking for a better shot, and he's going to get some of the best stuff you can get, free throws.
Emmanuel Acott, Winnipeg, Manitoba native, played some high school ball at Kildonan East, and then went to Wasatch Academy. A lot of these players go south to play their prep ball, and then he ended up with a scholarship to Western Kentucky. Also spent time at Arizona and Boise State, so he's been around. Emmanuel's got great pedigree. 30 seconds to go before halftime. Mike DiGiorgio wants a timeout to talk about this.
Well, it's the way you start and finish quarters, Rod, and right now the lead was big. It was 18. It's down to 13 right now. You know, if you're Winnipeg and you could get a stop and another score, all of a sudden this thing's an 11 or a 10-point game, and you were in a huge hole and you've clawed your way out. So it's a big possession. I don't mind the timeout here by Coach DiGiorgio and Scarborough. This is a let's make sure kind of possession for him.
Who would have thought we would have been at this score at the beginning of this game? Winnipeg led 8-0. Then the Shooting Stars went on their huge runs. They had a 21-point advantage at one time, and even the mascot had to have a sit down and maybe some meditation. But
this crowd is just waiting to explode.
Waiting to explode. And I can't imagine what championship weekend. So looking forward to that here in Winnipeg. What it'll be like here. Who will be here? We know the Sea Bears will be, and as we said before, they don't want to be here just as a host. They don't want to be hospitable hosts. They want to win the championship, something that Scarborough did back in 2023. Shooting Stars' second year in the league. They went to the final the first year. very successful as Shooting Stars, and this franchise has been very successful in their 4th season, the CEBLs.
Yeah, they were great as an expansion team in 2023. Made a clean sweep of awards: MVP, Coach of the Year,
Yeah.
6th man.
Won everything.
They had it all, but the chip.
But the chip, which was won, of course, by the Shooting Stars. So we've got 30 seconds to go. See how the Shooting Stars, I'm sure Mike DiGiorgio wanted to talk about using up some clock here, and defensively on a miss. Terquavion off balance. Almost a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander shot, and Khalil with the leftovers cleans him up and deposits it through the hoop.
Oh, those offensive rebounds. You get a stop, but you got to finish the possession.
6 seconds before halftime. Acott, Tevian Jones, yes! Buzzer beater before halftime, and exactly what the CEBLs needed. That 3-ball brings them within a dozen.
Jalen Harris, a great job. The last 2 or 3 times, Scarborough has out and out double-teamed him to get the ball out of his hands, and that time made the right pass, got it out of the double. The second pass out of the double found a guy that really hurt Scarborough.
Donovan Williams, 16. We're joined now by Donovan for our halftime interview presented by our official sideline partner, Russell Athletic. Here's Heather.
Did they do something to you down in Denver? What's fueling this performance tonight?
Man, it just feels good to be back on my team. You know, it's always a little weird when you take some time off. You know, I've been watching the games. We were in a really good rhythm while I was away, so a lot of it for me was just trying to come back in and, you know, just be me, but allow everybody else to continue being themselves. So, you know, I just love being back here, man. I love playing basketball. I love being with my team, my organization. So, you know, the fans here are great. The atmosphere is great. I'm just having fun right now.
This is your first time in what we're calling the 3-headed monster. So you've got Terquavion Smith and Cat Barber all playing together. What does it say about your team that you're able to come together so easily?
I think it speaks right now to the unselfishness of all the guys on our team. You know, all of us know that we can score, we can attack, we can make plays, but right now we're doing a really good job of letting each other have it. You know, getting downhill, you know, when Turk has the time to make a play, you know, getting downhill, but we're also kicking the ball, finding the right play, and nobody's really forcing, you know, shots or trying to be the superhero right now. So I think that's the best you could hope for a 3-headed monster. You know, it always sounds good on paper, but you get in the game and you got to see how it works. So for us, it's really working right now.
Thanks, Donovan. Good luck in the second half. Rod?
Yeah, this guy they call Stretch, D-Dub, 34 points for the 3-headed monster, 9 assists between the 3. What a trio. Magic tonight in Winnipeg. It's the halftime show when we come back on TSN tonight. Throwing it up and throwing it down.
I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Walk with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the Rip Berry, but can I have the oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster Juice, freshly made your way.
CEBL mobile app now.
Gotta love coming to Winnipeg Canada Life Center. They got the band playing. Can't imagine what it's going to be like. Championship weekend. They got a lot of great entertainment. Not a lot of great basketball entertainment for the hometown crowd, except for the first couple of minutes. 8-0 Sea Bears run, and then it was all Scarborough Shooting Stars.
Well, Scarborough did a great job. They're moving the ball well. They're making shots. A lot of those shots dunks, Rod, because Winnipeg's defense is not containing the basketball. It was a focus for Coach Mike Taylor. He said, we've got to defend and guard the basketball. You see how critical it is. Donovan Williams getting downhill, getting dunks, and when they do rotate, either rebounding is open or they're kicking the ball and getting good looks. So 59% in terms of the shooting for Scarborough. That's a number that Winnipeg really has to get under control. Scarborough wants to keep it going.
You look at all the numbers, 34 of the 58 points for the Shooting Stars coming from the three amigos, the three-headed monster, getting a lot of assists. Their ability to share the rock seems to be very impressive and seems to work so far.
Yeah, that is key right now. The fact that those three guys are on the same page and not being selfish. No sticky fingers. Pass it around. Let everybody eat.
Buddy, remember when we were kids? Remember the granny shot? When we come back, the granny with Kyler Filowich.
Throwing it up and throwing it down.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Walk with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made your way.
Download the CEBL mobile app now.
Back halftime here in Winnipeg, an historic day. Corner of Portage in Maine today for the first time in 5 decades. Pedestrians crossing over top. Usually you go underground. Kyler Filowich knows a lot about that. He's from Winnipeg. Speaking of underground, that's kind of the method of his free throws.
Take us through that change in your free throw technique and sort of how that came to be.
Yeah, obviously free throws are something I struggled with throughout my career, and this year I was kind of in a low spot. So we had our coaching staff come to me. One of our coaches had a connection with Rick Barry, so he was able to call Rick Barry up, who's number 4 all time in free throw percentage, shooting underhand.
He is hitting 47% from the field, an increase over his regular season 44%, and you already know he's a magnificent free throw shooter.
And it's a change that I just kind of took and went with, whatever it took to kind of improve in that area. Obviously it's something that most people are kind of scared to do because it might be embarrassing for some, but I don't really care about that. I just want to do what I can to improve my game and help our team win. So Rick Barry was able to come up, teach me the technique for a few days. It was really cool to work with him, and then it's something I went with, and it kind of blew up a little bit, but yeah, it was just all something to help me improve.
Did it feel weird or different, or like having fans getting so hyped when you're at the free throw line?
It was definitely weird. People would get super excited. First couple of games I'd go up and knock both down, and fans would go crazy. But like I said, it's nice to see that. I like to help the fans get excited, but it's really just something that I did so I could help our team win more games. He's
a legend, and he came to help you with your game. Take us through sort of what a little bit of those conversations were and what that was like. Yeah, being able to work with Rick Barry was a surreal experience. Obviously one of the top 50 players to ever play basketball. So it was super cool being able to pick his brain, not even just with free throws, but with his mentality and some of the skills he had just throughout the game of basketball. And then obviously him teaching me the technique. It was super cool, and I'm super grateful for it.
Well, someday maybe they'll talk about Kyler Filowich the same way they talk about Rick Barry when they go to the line. There are kids in Winnipeg probably outside in their driveway doing the underhand, doing the Kyler tonight. As we're close to the Forks, and we're at halftime here in Winnipeg on the CEBL on TSN.
Throwing it up and throwing it down!
At Cal Tire.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And all.
Welcome back to the Canada Life Center, where I'm here with head coach Mike Taylor of the Winnipeg Sea-Bears. Okay, coach, probably not the start that you were expecting for this game. What happened?
Well, let's give credit to Scarborough. They came in here and really jumped on us. Great pace in transition. We didn't do the job in transition. I think we left some plays unfinished and then didn't do the job getting back, stopping the ball, matching up. And then on the boards, 9 offensive rebounds. So let's give all the credit to Scarborough. But, we've challenged our guys here to have a better second half. Amazingly, it's a 12-point game, so it's still in striking distance. I really hope we see a great response from our guys coming out of the halftime locker room.
Yeah, we certainly did. Right at the end of the half there seemed to be a real push. So thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Rod.
One of the Well, here we are back at Canada Life Center, where the Sea-Bears are down by a dozen, 58-46 here at the half. And a restless crowd here tonight in the home of the Hockey Jets, but also the home of the basketball Sea-Bears. Crowd kind of waiting to explode, as you said, Jones.
They are. They're just waiting for something. And as Mike Taylor said, hopefully there's a response.
First 4 minutes got to be crucial here.
Right.
What do you think was said at halftime?
Well, you know, addressing the things that we had talked about, that we had seen. I mean, it's not that difficult. Keep the ball in front of you and finish possessions with rebounds, because they're having a really, really difficult time with that. And if you're Scarborough, Mike DeGiorgio, you're saying, hey guys, keep doing the same thing. Move the ball, push it in transition, get downhill, and if you can't score it, force them to rotate, and we'll keep making shots.
These teams again met back on June 7th. By the way, they've met 3 times previously. Scarborough has never defeated Winnipeg. They've lost 3 games to their rivals from Manitoba, so they're trying to get off the schneid here tonight, put the win in the column. Last time they played, though, they didn't have the weapons they have now. With Terquavion Smith, Cat, and Donovan Williams. And that's an air ball from Terry Roberts. Not a good start out of the locker room for the Winnipeg Seabears. Let's see where the push will be here in the second half for Scarborough, the men in white.
Well, not a great possession to start for Winnipeg. Hopefully they have a better defensive possession.
Donovan Williams step back, and wasn't that like an SGA move right there?
Well, you know, he tried to get downhill, they cut him off, and I know some of the numbers people, the analytics people will frown at that shot, but that's a mid-range too. That's a good shot for him.
Mid-range game seems to be catching some favor again, as we saw in the NBA Finals. Oh, Simi Shitu puts that down. And they need to answer every bucket early on here in this third quarter. And again, we get to the fourth. Don't forget, it gets to target score time. Final 4 minutes, the clock shuts off. Here goes stretch again. Donovan Williams. Boy, leading the league in scoring, 25.5 points. Has missed the last 3 games as he went to the Denver camp. Guy who's played in China, UNLV. Guy who's played again around the world, a globetrotter like so many of these players.
Oh, hey man, if you love the game, you chase it wherever it takes you. Again, penetration. Smith down the lane, and Winnipeg unable to contain the ball. It's been a theme this whole night.
Tevian Jones, shot is altered. Great defense there from David Walker. That's what he's known for, the defender. Walker can also do it on offense. Trying to dish it inside. Loose ball. Acott hands it off to Roberts, and here comes Jalen Harris. Need to get him going. Harris strong to the bucket. Puts it up. Puts it in.
Well, that's what Scarborough was doing in the first half, and they got a taste of their own medicine there. They turned it over, and Winnipeg took advantage. Jalen Harris getting downhill.
Former Raptor, former shooting star. Saskatchewan Rattler has the all-game high record, and Donovan Williams might be on a record-setting pace here tonight.
And he is filling it up.
21 in the game. Another 3 for him. Can't stop him right now. 3 trying to answer was Jones. Wanted to foul. No. Terquavion on the hop. Williams. Double team. Harris. They got him on a foul, a hack there.
Well, the double team came, and Williams had his back to it. Nice job by Harris, nice awareness. And the referees, I think, are talking about this as a potential unsportsmanlike foul that stopped the transition opportunity. So I'm wondering if, we're going to see that. All 3 of the refs getting together, the officials getting together now. It is on Williams.
Was a hack on the arm. They're going to look at this.
Yeah, they're going to review it for, as I was saying, the unsportsmanlike. It looked like it was a foul that was taken to stop a transition opportunity.
Yes. So they'll look at this.
deemed unsportsmanlike in the FIBA game. The NBA calls it a transition take foul or whatever their terminology is. Same thing, but we've got a different name for it in the FIBA game. It's unsportsmanlike, and they're going to look at it, and I wouldn't be surprised if they awarded Winnipeg
here it is, Jonesy.
Some free throws.
Yeah, I'd say right there, just kind of a reach. At first it looked like they caught Harris on maybe a slap, but it wasn't. He got all ball.
He got ball, and I think they're looking at, did Donovan Williams make a play on the ball, or was he just trying to stop Harris from running out?
Well, one thing they can't do right now is seemingly stop Donovan Williams, and this is one of the first times this double team has been effective stopping stretch.
The problem was Harris didn't go all the way to the corner with his man, and Williams had his back to the ball, and Harris turned around and made the steal.
How about Donovan Williams' night, though? 9 of 13 from the field, 6 of 7 mid-range, and 3 for 6 from 3. What a night for him. But this could be a real turning point here early on. And you talked about some of the verbology here and the terminology that goes in FIBA as opposed to what we are normal in North American basketball.
Yeah, that would be unsportsmanlike foul under criteria number 3, not making a legitimate attempt to play the ball in transition. So if they deem that Donovan Williams just grabbed Jalen Harris to stop things, that would be the type of foul they'd call.
I like the way you pulled that out of your pocket there, Mr. FIBA. I like that. That was good.
Hey, man, got to know the rules.
Yes.
Got to know the rules.
Here's our players to watch again, brought to you by Tony Batten. They are the 2 key figures for both teams here tonight. Jalen Harris can start humming here. The Sea Bears could find their way back. So it is a common
foul, Rod. But nice work to go and take a look at it.
Yep.
Just to make sure.
So Winnipeg ball, though, and a stop on Donovan Williams.
Jalen Harris said, that's because it was me.
Exactly.
Right in front of us here.
Yeah. Jalen Harris. He's had a lot of game winners in his time. Semi, all strong to the basket. Too strong, perhaps. Turnaround, Acott goes. And Winnipeg needs the run. They're within 13 here. They need some stops. It has to start here at the defensive end for the Sea Bears.
Well, the anatomy of a comeback is run, hold, run. They're in a hold phase right now because they were down 18. They've cut it to 13. They need some stops.
Williams, Terquavian try to whistle a pass in underneath. Knocked out of bounds. It will be Scarborough ball with 6 on the shot clock.
Mike Taylor applauding that because you get a hand on the ball, a deflection, you get to set your defense.
Shooting Stars inbound. Quickly, they're going to have to shoot. Cat had it blocked. Shot clock with 2 seconds. And
got a foul
on David Walker coming in as he jumped in the play. Picks up a foul, and Sea Bears get another stop here.
Well, consecutive stops, but you got to make some shots at the other end.
Glad you're joining us on this Friday night, wherever you're watching around the world, and of course on TSN in Canada. CEBL action near the midway point of the season. 2 teams trying to get some identity here at this time. Harris feeds it inside. Acott again. Emmanuel Acott becomes a secret weapon right now.
Well, Harris, a nice job there again, attracting 2 and giving it up. Maybe that's the formula for Winnipeg going forward.
Donovan Williams, watched by Roberts. Williams knifes in. Terquavian, no in and out. Rebound. Simi down the floor. Jalen puts it up and puts it in. And suddenly they have pulled into single digits, being down 21.
It's a long game, Rod Black. You got to keep playing.
And they are. The stops are coming. And here's another on the floor jump ball.
Winnipeg bench wants a travel. But we see the defense picking up. And rebound, outlet. transition opportunity, and Winnipeg has this thing down to single digits.
We talked about the three-headed monster for Scarborough. They want to get their trio going for Winnipeg as well, with Simi and Jalen, potentially Tevy and Jones, but also somebody like Terry Roberts or Cody John. They've got a lot of depth too.
Scarborough's got to stay aggressive here.
Cat misses, another stop. And now a chance to get even closer. Jalen swings it wide. Tevian, pump fake to the rim, and here come the Sea-Bears.
Again, the push, and what a great catch and the shot fake, catch, shot fake, and taking the ball to the goal.
We got some stuff going on here too.
A little extracurricular action here.
Acott is into it, and Donovan Williams is trying to be the peacemaker. Looks like Jordan Nicholas is into it.
Well, Jordan Nicholas and Simi Chatou had words in the first half.
And they're still having words. They're jawing there.
And they walked away from each other, but I don't think anybody let the words just roll off their back, so to speak.
What you love about this, I know some people might say, really, you know, do you ever have what you like here is at this stage in the game, you like a little pushback and you like a little testosterone on the floor. And if you're a team that is trying to win, trying to be more than that host team in championship weekend, it helps carve your identity. If you're a coach, you know, some people might say, well, hey, what is that? You like this stuff.
There were technical fouls issued on that play. Jones going to go to the line. Technical fouls against Acott and Jordan Nicholas.
Tevy and Jones, really good free throw shooter. So look at this.
We got a ball game, Rob.
We got a 6-point game. Shooting Stars led by 21. Now, they haven't scored in a while here.
Winnipeg's defense really aggressive right now.
It's up to this guy. Donovan Williams is off. And suddenly the Shooting Stars ice cold. And the defense suffocating from the Sea-Bears. Jalen. Harris through his legs. And a foul. And that was on the ball. A hold there from Jaden Campbell. 5:14 to go third quarter, and you're right. This complexion of this game, whatever was said at halftime, has worked for the Sea-Bears, and it started, as you've mentioned, nonstop since the second quarter. It stops with D.
The aggressor, if it's a street fight, you hit first, Rod. You got to be the aggressor. Winnipeg, you talked about the first 4 minutes. They've hit first. We got 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in the quarter, and they are already shooting the penalty. So you know, if you're Winnipeg now, be aggressive. Every touch, every foul, you're going to get some freebies.
CEBL fans, sign up for a Neo credit card to receive a $25 bonus and enter to win a Neo Championship Weekend VIP experience. Learn more at join.neo.ca/CEBL, and we'll see you championship weekend. Ball game here, 4 points. The run, incredible, and finally broken up by Jordan Nicholas. Restores the lead to 6. So now the Shooting Stars trying to go on their run. Harris, one-on-one. Oh, a little ankle breaker there. But brought down by Khalil Miller. Now Cat Barber. Barber puts his shoulder in, leans in, lost the rock. Out of bounds. It remains with the men in white.
Good job by Roberts to chase him down. And that last basket by Scarborough, just what they needed, Rod, being aggressive to stop the run.
Well, the crowd's back in. The Sea-Bears are back in. We've got a ball game tonight, Friday night in Winnipeg. It's a 6-point ball game.
Some high energy and some high flying stuff.
Well, Welcome back to Winnipeg, where the Sea Bears have clawed their way back to just a 6-point difference in the game against the Shooting Stars, and someone who have been leading this team in grit and determination. It was the first Sea Bear ever signed. His name's synonymous with basketball in this city. Chad Posthumus died after complications from a brain aneurysm last November. He's so deeply missed by this team, and we're seeing just some of the incredible ways they've honored him. They've got his jersey retired and hung a banner. This 33 Forever patch sits on the jerseys of every team member for the whole 2025 season. They, of course, have Chad Posthumus Way that you saw just outside the stadium. He could light up any room that he came into, and he was a leader on the court and also in his community as well. He's missed by many and very deeply, including us broadcasters. Rod?
Yeah, Chad Posthumus, 33 forever indeed. We were so used to seeing Chad, chatting with him. He was so big in this community, loved on and off the floor. Was a member of the Rattlers in 2019 when he won a CEBL championship as well. But it was all here in Manitoba. Such a tragic loss. And we wish our condolences and sympathies. We're always thinking about him to our
big guy. Was great to see. Always had a smile for you.
Jalen Harris and the spirit of Chad in the building. And suddenly, a 3-point ball game. Jalen Harris starting to light it up and feel it.
7 for 11 this quarter. Winnipeg from the floor.
Terquavion, he's been quiet so far. Puts it back inside. Oh, Jordan Nicholas somehow makes something out of nothing.
Yeah, they did. That one was bordering on disaster, and they ended up with a deuce. Winnipeg definitely with the momentum right now.
Under 4 to play, third quarter. Harris has woken up this crowd. Acott, laser beam, no. A little bit too much mustard on that. Here comes Turk. Quavion trying to feed that inside, and Jordan Nicholas couldn't grab that, but it was knocked out of bounds by the Sea Bears.
Right idea, tough pass. As Smith and Nicholas now talking about it.
Bounce the inbound in, back out to Terquavion. 12 on the shot clock. 3.5 to go in the quarter. The Sea Bears have fought back valiantly. Nicholas puts it up, and that awkward baby hook goes.
Don't ask how, man, just how many.
How many? Jordan Nicholas has done it the last couple of games. Terry Roberts spinning. Donovan Williams is returning with Kobe Elvis and David Walker here.
Well, this is where Winnipeg has the advantage. Shooting the penalty early on, now you get free throws. And the biggest thing about free throws is if you can knock them down, now you can set your defense 5-on-5. Winnipeg's done a better job in this third quarter of defending, making it difficult for Scarborough, creating not even so much turnovers outright, but just a little, making the offense a little bit frenetic.
You can get 15% cash back on Winnipeg Sea Bears ticket purchases at CEBL.ca/Neo when using your Neo credit card. Sign up now, receive a $25 bonus. One of the best free throw shooters in the CEBL is Terry Roberts. And rattles that in. Jalen Williams, J-Will, not the J-Will from OKC Thunder. Congratulations to the Thunder, and incredible historic week for Canadian basketball as well. Historic season, really. This J-Will checks back in the game for Winnipeg. Deep three, no. And Sea Bears doing great job, but Shooting Stars settling for some big threes, and now J-Will does it his way. Goodwill Hunting, 71-68.
Great job there on the push and transition, the hit-ahead pass.
Williams puts that head down, bobs, and gives Bilamu an elbow, but on the floor is the foul.
Yeah, Bilamu a little bit too physical there, trying to deny. Great job, though, on the run out on the last basket. A deep three from Smith, long shot, the rebound, And unfortunately for Scarborough, no defensive transition. They didn't stop the ball.
Jay Will of the Sea Bears, the former Auburn Tiger, contributes. And there's a lot of chirping going on here tonight. There's a lot of anger in the air. Both of these teams trying to get this W. And Terquavion left hand. Finger roll off the glass and in. Back to 5 is the lead. Just over 2 to play, third quarter. I think we're in for a great fourth quarter. Buckle up, everybody. Here goes Williams. He lost it. Terquavion picks it up, brings it back, takes it, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Well, they didn't quit. There was a turnover, but a nice job on the block.
Again, both teams right up at each other's faces in this.
Oh, it's personal right now, Rod Black. It's personal right now.
Yeah, and Terquavion wanted a foul there. So inbounds here. Kobe in the game. Over to Terquavion. It's a pick set from Khalil Miller. Terquavion lost it. Foul though. Arm, a reach in. Gets the whistle. And it's Jay Williams again. Crowd voices its displeasure.
Not a popular call here in Winnipeg.
Big week in the Peg with Bombers winning last night. Trying to make it a double-double here with Sea Bears win. Certainly back in it. Colby Elvis somehow slithers his way to the rim.
Great job with the use of the dribble by Elvis. Little guy taking on a bigger player in Jalen Williams. Low man wins.
Jalen Harris, game winner last time. These two teams met. Double team. Jalen on the cut to the rim. Backdoor play. A beauty.
Well, they doubled him. He gave it up, and then he got it right back.
David Walker eyes a three. Got a three. Big answer from the Shooting Stars. Lead back to 8. Every time the Sea Bears inch within 5, Shooting Stars put their sneaker back on the throat.
They got it down to 3, and I'm impressed with the poise of Scarborough. They're bending right now, Rod, without breaking.
78-70. That says a lot about this team that's trying to find some rhythm and maturity. So many bodies in and out of the lineup. Missing players like Danilo Juricic tonight and also Hassan Ward. But right now leading with 1:05 to go and a timeout on the floor. Again, Donovan Williams is 21. Jalen Harris creeping up on that 21 with 19 large.
Well, there were the two guys that we highlighted early in terms of your players to watch, and they're not disappointing. Jalen Williams accepting the double teams, giving the ball up. It's a matter of his decision making, and last time he gave it up, he got it right back for a layup.
CEBL Plus is the official OTT platform, not platform of the CEBL. Catch live games, highlights, game archives, on-demand content for absolute free. It's a great website. Great platform. Head to pluscebl.ca to register now. Pull up. We'll be pulling up closer and closer as we get to championship weekend. 78-70, a minute 5 to go.
Well, it's important if you're Winnipeg to stay close. You've gotten close. Don't let it slip again, right? And if you're Scarborough, what got you there? Aggressiveness, moving the ball, playing in transition, off turnovers. Those are things you have to try and get back to.
They've really upped the ante on the assignment of mission stop Donovan Williams as well. The doubles have come and they've made it very uncomfortable for Donovan Williams. Let's go to Heather quickly.
Just a quick pop into the Scarborough bench there. Remember Donovan Williams talking about how they were just finding each other so easily in the first half. Now their coach wants to see them get back to more ball movement. He said, I don't care who you're talking to out there. Move the ball. Don't let it get stuck under the rim.
Well, Scarborough got to stop there, Rod, in the zone.
Terquavion, too strong. Out of bounds. It's going Winnipeg way. Khalil Miller is saying maybe you should look at that.
And Mike DeGiorgio.
Mike DeGiorgio saying that too. They are going to review this.
Well, if you're a coach and one of your players comes to you and says, I didn't touch it, review it, he better be right.
Yes.
Because
for the next time.
There will be no next time.
There will be no next time.
Right?
Let's see what they'll be looking at here. Officials do such a terrific job in the CEBL. Taking a look at this. And who did it go off of?
Boy, it sure looked like it went off Khalil Miller. It sure looked like it went off him, but he came pleading to head coach Mike DeGiorgio, I didn't touch it, I didn't touch it. Well,
here's our look. I think you kind of really need that back look to see definitively. They got a few angles that they're going to look at here. A reminder that the Winnipeg CEBL are back in action Canada Day against Ottawa.
I think that went off Winnipeg. Looked like Simi Chitu had the last hand on it.
Yeah, so CEBL are heading off to the nation's capital to celebrate Canada Day, and Scarborough's heading to Edmonton Sunday, and then they'll be in Vancouver, Langley, BC on Canada Day as well. Happy Canada Day in advance for everybody watching. And boy, do we have a lot to celebrate this year in terms of Canadian basketball and what we've seen, not only the last year, but in this golden era. Jonesy, you and I have lived it. We remember the days when there were lone soldiers out there representing Canada. Rick Fox, then Steve Nash coming along, Todd McCullough, others who were there. Now we've got dozens around the world in the NBA wearing the Maple Leaf.
Well,
challenge is successful.
So Khalil Miller's got some currency.
Reprieve. Yes, he has.
Some currency with the coach. Part of that comes from reffing in practice too, right?
Yes.
When you're a coach and you're reffing in practice, you know which guys are crying for a foul. You know which guys are always trying to stretch the rules.
Well, the challenge becomes even more successful if they can score. Miller. Oh, and it's stolen. Roberts on the wing. Harris back out. Cody John for three. Oh, and it's off. Terquavion. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Differential of about 12 seconds shot clock to game clock. D-Dub, no, he's off. He's been cold in this third quarter. Ball on the deck, and it is against Scarborough basketball.
Well, I give Jalen Harris credit that time for the challenge on Donovan Williams.
19.7 in the quarter. Try to set something up here. Kobe Elvis darts to the rim. No, lost it. Still got it back. 12 seconds in the quarter. Kobe all by himself, lost it again. Kobe again. Elvis steps back, takes the shot. No, and it was all Elvis that time. 3 seconds. 2. Tevian, maybe. No. Well, a much better quarter for the Winnipeg CEBL, and they've clawed their way right back in this ball game.
Well, they did a nice job early in that quarter, as you pointed out, Rod. It's time now to see if they can climb the hill, but give Scarborough some credit for keeping them at an arm's length.
We've got 6 minutes until target score time. The lead is 8 on TSN in Winnipeg tonight.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Download the
CEBL mobile app now.
Stats. Back in Winnipeg, great night to enjoy some basketball. Winnipeg CBears have scratched their way back into this. And here are the numbers after 3 quarters of play. Donovan Williams absolutely silent. 2 points in that 3rd quarter.
Well, the free throw discrepancy, as we said, Winnipeg got into the penalty early and did a really good job of taking advantage of the freebies at the line. Stopped turning the ball over. They did a better job in that 3rd quarter. Scarborough still has the lead, though.
CBear going to work. Great day in Winnipeg today. They opened up Portage and Maine, Jonesy.
Did you walk the historic intersection?
I'm from here, and I've never walked it in my life, so.
It's a big news. It was big news here.
Big news. First time. Usually you walk underneath because it's apparently notorious for being the coldest or windiest corner in North America. I defy that. Fact was that it was always underneath. Jalen Harris wanted to step back. Now they take a corner 3. Let's go to Heather Morrison.
Just a chance to pop into both huddles there, and really this game now is all about defense. Mike Taylor clear with his team. We need 3 stops. The Scarborough focusing mostly on the glass, getting 2 handles on the ball, on the rebounds. Donovan Williams saying we know who the ball's going to. I didn't hear who the ball's going to, but I suspect it's this guy right here on the floor, Simi Chitu.
Yeah, certainly one of them. Certainly one of them. Jalen Harris, too, would be the go-to guy. Simi's been quiet since that first half as well. Now it's about who wants it most. And again, if you're new to the CEBL, we play till the 4-minute mark, and then we turn off the clock on the first whistle after that and play for target score. Add 9 points to the leading score, and we play to the target. Who will get the bullseye here tonight? Again, Scarborough Shooting Stars have never beaten the Winnipeg CBears. 3 previous meetings. Doing a little mop up here. Some sweat on the floor after that.
Well, getting after it, right?
Yeah, and some skin on that floor tonight, too.
It's all about the will as well, Rod. You know,
Yes,
you talk
is.
about rebounding and that.
Get 15% cash back on Scarborough Shooting Stars ticket purchases at CEBL.ca/NEO when using your NEO credit card. Sign up now, receive $25 bonus. We'll see you at the Pan Am Center in Scarborough. Great place to watch basketball, too. Boy, that's become a hot spot in Toronto. Terquavian and Tavian Jones, the former Shooting Star, fouled him in the act. That will be 3 free throws.
Not a good foul. Good recognition by Smith, but Jones just has to challenge and get the rebound. There's no need to foul the shooter.
Tavian, who was with the Shooting Stars last year, a big part of their team out of Southern Utah University and native of Chandler, Arizona. Now Turk. Again, I talked with Nick Nurse this past week. Got to know Terquavion Smith and the Sixers organization. Had great things to say about Turk. Usually a good free throw shooter, too. Guy who had 17 points playing with the Sixers last year, as a matter of fact. So he's had his chance in the NBA. The idea now is to get back there. So it's a 10-point lead. And this is a critical time right now for the Winnipeg CBears. Harris popping out. He'll be watched by Donovan Williams.
Scarborough's gone to the zone here a couple times, and they've been really successful.
Simi was eyeing up a 3-ball. Puts it on the floor. Takes it to the rim. Oh, and what a block, and it's a foul. Jordan Nicholas. And that rivalry continues. Meets him in midair. That was a collision.
It was. And she, too, did a nice job of driving against the zone. Jordan Nicholas with the block. Listen, my philosophy is when a guy goes to dunk it on you, you have to meet it with equal force. If you get the ball clean, anything after that is collateral damage. To me, it's not a foul. If I get the ball clean, you're coming with force, I'm coming with force, there's going to be some fallout.
I do think that for a lot of people, though, if they saw Simi Shitu, the idea actually might be, the plan might be to get the heck out of the way.
Get out of the way. That's a business decision.
I'm running.
Although Jordan Nicholas is like, no, I'm ready for the smoke.
Yeah, he is. And look at him. He's hot on that bench right now.
I wonder if Shitu hurt his elbow. He was flexing it. First free throw comes up short, and he's still flexing that elbow.
There was 5 fouls for Jordan Nicholas. Simi is a 65% free throw shooter, and again, averaging double-double. They're going to need him. They're going to rely on him. That bulk down the stretch here. 9-point game. Big possession here for the Shooting Stars as well. Donovan Williams, quiet in the second half. 16 in the first, 21 in the game. Williams, and he lost it. CBears got it. Here they come again. Terry Roberts, the quarterback. Boy, lanky body, puts it up, and almost an alley-oop slam. Probably didn't need that right now. Now Turk goes in, not enough English underneath. Ball on the floor. Kobe Elvis to Turk, and he gets it back on a second chance.
Jaden Koch made that play. He got on the floor for the loose orange and made sure it got to a teammate.
Mike DiGiorgio talked about his energy. That's all he said earlier today, and that's an air ball from Jalen Harris. The lead is back up to 11. Scarborough's been able to withstand these shots, these punches, these runs.
Well, I give Scarborough credit. Here's the play. Koch doing a nice job to keep it alive.
And the foul is against Emmanuel Acott as he was jostling with Donovan Williams coming up the floor.
Well, he's trying to deny Williams the ball and trying to get under Williams' skin.
Crowd's watching it on the big screen. Now Acott goes over to Donovan Williams, and he's watching him. He's going to blanket him now. And a timeout. D. Will is encouraging the crowd to give it to him. Boy, it's a nice day outside. You'd think everybody be in a good mood. This is basketball, man. It's kind of like playoff basketball here in late June.
The intensity in Winnipeg is always turned up. I don't care if we're playing basketball, hockey, or football.
Great sports fans, whatever that sport is. You can follow CEBL action at CEBL League on all social platforms. Get the latest on what the CEBL has to offer. Hashtag pull up. Great social media presence, of course, for all 10 teams in the CEBL. And the intensity is ratcheting up around the league. And right now, we've got still a load of time before target score time, but CBears have to take their run. We've noticed a few trends lately of teams in this time, this kind of nether region, the time before target score time. Those 4 minutes before target score, trying to pile up big leads. The tact is a little bit different than it used to be. The strategy.
The strategy is.
And by the way, Winnipeg has a pretty good strategist on their staff.
Yeah, some guy named Nick Elam,
who invented target score time.
So you're right, Rod. The strategy around it is listen, it's pretty basic. If you're in the lead, get to target score time as quick as you can. If you're trailing, delay that thing as much as you can.
Turk, Donovan Williams watched by Acott. They switch out now. Terquavion, bounce pass inside, knocked out of bounds again. They really are trying to utilize that bounce pass on cuts and back doors. Seems to be an MO.
You watch Scarborough now, which we talked about the target time, Rod, as we get closer and closer to it. They are starting to use the clock, limit the possessions. Let's get to target time.
And a whistle. Let's quickly get to Heather Morrison.
Well, Coach Mike DeGiorgio, very clear with this team. He wants them to stop talking and focus on nothing but each other. He used the word together, which is how the team ends every single huddle, because the focus is on how they work themselves, and he doesn't want anything to be distracting them from that.
There's Mike with Terquavion, one of the newest shooting stars. Jaden Koch buries that first free throw. Jaden shoots it about 78% from 15 feet out. Nice stroke there. 13 is the lead.
Scarborough still in the zone, Rod.
It's been effective so far.
Yes, it has.
Really stopped the run for the Sea Bears. Jalen Harris had it going for a while there. He's been quieted. Now he puts it in the floor, and then nice through. And the tap back by Simi. Bounces in the leftovers, and he shipped to you. Banks it in on the follow. Now they need those stops again. Kat Barber back in the game. Terquavion. Yes, a three ball from T-Baby.
You got to be up on him. He's so dangerous. Caught, used his footwork to reset his rhythm before knocking that down.
Terquavion actually averages more than any other player. Hasn't had enough required to be among the league leaders. Averages 26 a game. And now favor returned on a three-pointer. Terquavion fouling Tevian Jones, so favor right back, and now 3 shots for Tevian Jones. Is a very good free throw shooter.
Now, if the challenge is with the left hand by Smith,
announcers jinx, of course.
It's a little bit easier, but
Terquavion has 21, matching Donovan Williams in the game. Lead scorer is 21 for Jalen Harris for the Sea Bears. Simi has 19. Tevian Jones now 11. These are critical. We've got 2.5 minutes until target score time. See if Winnipeg can get this down to single digits and manageable into target score. Then their defense is really going to have to work. It's been an uphill battle from the opening 2 minutes onward for Winnipeg tonight. Came out here flying, led 8-0. Then it's been all shooting stars. Terquavion, no. Front of the rim. Now Tevian quickly up the floor. Tevian Jones off balance. Somehow circus shot goes. Back to 10. Wow. Now Cat calling for a play.
the danger in Scarborough trying to get to target time with a lead. When you slow down, Rod, you lose some of your aggressiveness.
And that's been their play all game, is the aggressiveness taking it to the rim. Let's take a look at this last basket here from Tevian Jones. Foul was on the floor, so no shooting foul. Continue to work the clock and bleed it. Now the spin around. Donovan Williams somehow goes up, and he's fouled.
Well, great job by Williams to maintain his composure, losing the ball after the gather on the way up. And
Mike Taylor's taking a timeout.
Getting it up and in.
Donovan Williams is very boisterous here, and he is getting his team his first game back as he gets that roll of the rim. And now 23 in the game, chance to make it 24. Lead is 12 right now. Donovan Williams left the team for 3 games, went to the Denver Nuggets camp. Pressed a lot of people there. Goal is to get back to the NBA. Right now the goal for Donovan Williams is to show off for his shooting stars. He's doing that tonight.
He's been the hub of their offense and really helped them get out to that lead in the first half that they've been milking all the way home here. Mike Taylor with the timeout here. One last chance to talk to his team and maybe try to make a push before target score time, but I've really been impressed with the poise of Scarborough. The building got into it, it got loud, and they didn't wilt. They kept Winnipeg at an arm's length, and now have pushed the lead back into double figures.
Seeing what they do over the minute 49. Remember their season high 102 on Sunday. They're going to be close to that if they get to target score time here again tonight. They're putting a lot of points on the board, Scarborough Shooting Stars. And again, it's both of these teams have been really hard to figure all season long. They've had these peaks and valleys that we mentioned, and CBears had an awful start, 1-5, and restored the faith in their faithful. And same thing with the Shooting Stars. Mike DiGiorgio talked about it today. So sometimes you just don't figure what we got. I think they're getting a better indication of what they have over the last couple of games. So Donovan to the line. D-Dub, 78% free throw shooter again. League leader in points. Right at his mark tonight, 25.5 per game. Usually this team has been led by Kat Barber. Kat Barber's taken a secondary role on this team, maybe even tertiary with Terquavion Smith, and that says a lot about Kat. Here's Heather again.
Just a chance to stop by the Winnipeg bench there, and Coach Mike Taylor, same thing as the Scarborough bench. He just wants his team to play. Stop fouling, stop talking to the referees, stop looking for any trouble out there. Get your defense in without fouls. Focus on the game.
Oh, and a block here. Bilamu. And out of bounds.
Well, Miller did a nice job there, taking on the smaller player, getting the block, not fouling. Scarborough in a good spot here, a really, really good spot. Their defense has really clamped down after Winnipeg cut this lead into single digits.
1:20 before target score. Donovan Williams is fouled again. The comps are inevitable in basketball these days, but doesn't he remind you of those mid-range guys right now? And a lot like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who had such a terrific season, being able to draw fouls. You know, he's a little more rim game than maybe Shea, but I'll tell you what, he has that push off, that step back. Here's a guy who definitely has a chance to play at a higher level.
He's so aggressive. He's such a fiery and accomplished offensive player. He's got all three levels of scoring. As you said, he gets fouled, he can make mid-range stuff, he's good in transition, and he can shoot the three. And if you're Scarborough, you got a real weapon in this league.
25 now. Donovan Williams, minute 9 to go. It's getting to be a big bulge now, and they need this. Got to get some threes here. Chance to really build up a big cushion. And ball's on the deck. CBears trying to get it in a mad scramble. Chaos down there, and a foul against Khalil Miller. Right now, though, CBears got 51 seconds. 15 is the lead. 15's a healthy lead into target score time.
Yes,
we've seen crazy comebacks, but Winnipeg has to find a way to get closer here if they have any chance in this game tonight in target, or what was known as Elam ending. Jalen Harris, Tevian Jones wants to take a three. He does. He got it! Huge one for Tevian Jones. Leads a dozen.
Big shot.
DiGiorgio talked about this, working this down, using this clock to that 4-minute mark, and then taking that next whistle after 4. They're going to use all this clock up.
Oh, this is like an end of game, end of quarter situation.
Kat Barber, double team. CBears desperate for a steal here. There's the three. Knocked down. They can't get the ball. Terquavion finger roll. Gets it back. Now 4:03. They're going to have to move here, and they're going to want to foul them.
Yep.
Right at the 4-minute mark. 3:59. And that is the strategy. Stop the clock when you've got a big lead like they have at 14. So the target is going to be 103, which would represent a season high again for the Scarborough Shooting Stars.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight. We're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
All the drama, all the excitement, all the fun. Pull up to a CEBL game this summer. Get your tickets now at CEBL.ca or on the CEBL mobile app. And hey, get 15% cash back when you pay with your NEO credit card when buying tickets at CEBL.ca/NEO. Sign up today to get a $25 bonus and be entered to win a 2025 Championship Weekend experience on us.
Winnipeg Sea-Bears clawing back, brought it to within 3, but the lead is 14. Add 9 to the lead score. That's 103, which is the target score here tonight. So advantage visiting Scarborough Shooting Stars. The opening of their road trip could be a dub in Winnipeg here tonight. But we've seen stranger things happen. Got to be patient if you're the Sea-Bears, but you've got to play great D. And you've got to score on every possession. And they score! Oh, no, they don't. Thought it was going in, but they're going to go to the line. Tevian Jones will shoot 2. What do you think Mike DiGiorgio's talking about? It's easy to want to jack up threes.
Run your
but
stuff.
You don't need them.
There's no, other than the shot clock, there's no time pressure. Run your stuff. Get the right shot, and hopefully you knock it down. There's no need to play out of control. Urgency, intensity, yes, but with reckless abandon, no.
Now incumbent on the Sea-Bears to get some stops. Tough out there with Jaquavion, Donovan, Cat Barber. Oh, and slipping there. Cat Barber now. Cat darts inside the dash and a charge.
Well, they worked for that one because on the last play, Mike Taylor was all over the officials that he didn't get the charge. Just kind of planted the seed for this one. And a really nice job. Simi Chitu stepping up outside of the restricted arc under the basket, the restricted area, and taking it in the chest. That's a good old-fashioned charge, Rod.
Kyle Lowry, that's a Kyle Lowry charge.
Not old school, man. Plant your feet, take it in the chest.
Again, defense, so important. Get those stops. Try to make Scarborough a little uncomfortable here, even though they're only 9 points away from victory. Make it tough, and this is a guy who's going to make it tough. Simi Chitu. Strong hook shot. Now it's 10 the lead. Get another stop here. Deny, deny, deny. Just like that almost. Terry Roberts almost had a steal. Cat behind his back. Donovan, Euro step, and that's a block underneath.
Yeah, that time it was a classic block, as you said, Rod. The fact that he didn't take it in the chest and was kind of falling beforehand.
Third foul for Simi Chitu.
Give Scarborough credit. They did a nice job there, running the offense, getting Donovan Williams the ball on the move in a spot that Winnipeg had their defense compromised.
And right you are, Jonesy. Scarborough definitely running its offense. When we started seeing targets score or Elam ending, you saw teams crazily throw up 3 balls or just get out of their sync. And you saw these unbelievable miracle comebacks.
Right.
It's a,
as you said, the team with the lead is like, okay, we can see the finish line.
Start the bus.
Yeah. You might be able to see the finish line, but you still got to run through the tape.
And those twos pile up. Take your buckets on your possessions. 9 points doesn't seem like a lot to get. Some teams want to go for 3 threes. There's a pair there. 7 points away. 96-84. Can the Winnipeg CEBLs make one of those magical runs, those comebacks here tonight? Jalen Harris was up, and a great steal from the thief, David Walker. So good at that. Donovan Williams is watched now by Tevian Smith, and they're jabbing back and forth. Williams wants that basketball. Cat trying to get it to him. Boy, nice denial that time. Terquavian comes out, pop out, back out to Donovan. Williams shakes now. Oh, and what a basket from D. Will. Donovan Williams just so shaking tough. His head. That's a Michael Jordan shake right there. And yes, count the basket. However, Shooting Stars are 5 points away.
Well, as you said, it's all about the defensive end of the floor. But again, give Scarborough credit. You know, that's good coaching, good understanding.
Patience.
Role definition, patience. Everybody knowing what they're supposed to do, who's supposed to get the ball where. Especially in this day and age of actions and not actual play calls, there's a lot of bad decision making. Scarborough showing some good decision making right now.
Good rebound on the missed free throw. Tevian back out. Ilamu throws it to the corner, almost threw it away. Terry Roberts wants to go backward. Oh, what a, oh my goodness. And then Terquavian Smith, like he almost had his dreads pulled there.
Well, it looked like Simi Shitu was reaching for the ball.
So a couple of misses, and now shots again for Terquavian Smith to pull a little closer, and the end may be near here tonight for the hometown CEBLs. Just too much to handle. Had an 8-0 lead early on, and then the Shooting Stars went nuts. 11-point run. 21-point lead, and they've been staving off any kind of CEBLs run all night long. Terquavian pulls them within 3, and now you could jack up a 3 as a game winner. You got time. You got it.
You could still be patient.
Shitu is going to go and shoot 2.
Mike DiGiorgio going to call a timeout, it looks like, after the second one, just to...
And maybe he'll even say, hey, we don't need it, but if you want to take it, let's set it up for a game winner.
Well,
because you do have this rather hefty cushion.
It's a make sure kind of timeout.
Yes.
You want to call something, you want to make sure that the right guy has the ball.
Because Mike DiGiorgio has been around on this coaching staff under previous coaches when there were those miracle comebacks. One in particular from the Ottawa Blackjacks. Others that were there that you went, how did that happen? And now you take that timeout and you say, let's not make that happen.
Right. We talked to him at length this morning after the Scarborough shoot about the strategy in target score. He's going to apply some of that now. If you're Winnipeg, it's a one stop at a time game. That's all you can do.
So good chance to seal the deal here. Donovan Williams, exceptional night again, 30 points. 3 of 8 from 3, 9 of 10 from 2 points land. 6 rebounds, 4 assists.
Well, 9 of 10, Rod, and a lot of those dunks, right? A lot of those getting to the basket.
There are a lot of players on every team that we always say, hey, best player in the game, best player in the league. It's hard not to say that Donovan Williams is not the best player in the CEBL right now. Certainly the best scorer.
Well, he's leading the league in scoring, and you saw, if you were watching us all night, a real offensive display. They were physical with him. It didn't matter. He still found a way to get the ball in the bucket.
Well, do you protect the arc here? If you protect the arc, the middle's going to be open. It doesn't look good for the Sea-Bears right now.
They're trying to hold water in their hands right now. You can only do it for so long.
Let's see what happens. Will they set it up for a three-pointer to win? Donovan Williams, what a night. Donovan Williams now takes it. Baseline. And offensive foul on the guy named Stretch.
They got him on a lean-in and using the left arm with the right-hand dribble.
So that's his 5th for Donovan Williams, so they're not going to get a chance to be on the floor for the game winner.
Interesting.
It's Kobe Elvis.
See if Scarborough.
You never know.
Scarborough maintains their poise here with their top scorer sitting down.
But they lost the basketball. Tevian. Simi was open in the middle. On the floor for Roberts. Goes up and he's going to shoot here. Almost has a seal at that end right now for the Winnipeg Sea-Bears. Look like they're going to fall to 5 and 7 tonight. Shooting Stars, 1 possession, maybe 2 from going to 7 and 5. Then they head off to Edmonton on Sunday. Langley, BC, and the Vancouver Bandits await Canada Day. Sea-Bears off to the nation's capital, where thousands congregate annually on July 1st. Watch some basketball while you're there.
We throw a court up somewhere in Ottawa?
Love to see
get
that. Love to see that.
Commissioner Moriali, maybe we
Yeah,
get
would
a
be
game
awesome.
Canada Day in Ottawa? What do you think?
On the Parliament Hill lawn, be awesome. Away we go here.
Now then you got politicians trying to play.
Oh, they will play all the time. And now Terquavion, no, but he's going to shoot. Ilamu looks like he got called for the foul. So now Terquavion can make this just a bucket away. Sinks one of 2 of these.
Got to make the free throws, though. We were here last year when Jackson Rowe, now an NBA player, was with Golden State this year. Missed a couple of, inexplicably for him, missed a couple of free throws. And the veteran, AC, Alex Campbell, knocked down a 3 to win it.
So Terquavion, another good night at the office for Turk. .25 for him. That's in and out, but they're now 1 basket away. And they've got a healthy lead. I could do that in a few trips. Kind of like the fight in Winnipeg tonight, though. Off the screen, the 3-ball, no. Underneath, and going to the line again. Ilamu was going to go to the line and shoot.
That's 3 times that they could have had an and one, a bucket. They missed 3, albeit fouls.
Rim is not, it doesn't seem to be a hometown rim.
No, although there have been fouls, they've had 3 what you would consider chip shots, even with the contact.
And again, championship weekend will be back in this great building. Mid-August, Sea-Bears will be there. Ideas for this team to get better and try to win the championship. Idea right now is for Cat Barber and company to try to win. Oh, what a block by Simi. A Simi slap at the rim. Harris, Roberts needed more of this earlier. Tevian, corner again. Another block and underneath. I swear to you, there's a seal on that rim.
Another one.
Mike Taylor likes this thing. Even though they're down 10 and the end is virtually near, he likes this fight in his team, and this is stuff you need when it comes to playoff time.
He talked about building championship habits. Part of it is the resiliency and the perseverance when things aren't going your way.
These are all the habits you build. Free throw habits, the defensive habits, the teamwork habits, the resilience habits when you're down. All part of the learning process. So Simi's second is a miss, but not out of bounds, and another foul here. Don't go anywhere. They're prolonging this ending.
It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, thank you, Yogi. 101-92. This would be an absolutely monumental comeback.
The crowd,
Scarborough would have to miss a lot.
Still a lot of butts in the seats and the crowd calling.
And I'm sure Shooting Stars, the idea is just take it to the rim and even get a free throw to win it. Couple free throws, but missed free throws aren't helping here. Winnipeg's case. And second is drained. Lead is 8. Who is going to be the hero tonight? Target score hero tonight. Will it be Turquanian? Turquanian to the rim, and he is! Game over. Good night, Winnipeg. Scarborough Shooting Stars come into the Manitoba capital and for the first time ever have defeated the Winnipeg CEBLs.
Well, they were telling us earlier today they were due, and they got out to a great start. After a slow opening, they built a big lead and put that money in the bank all the way home, Rod.
And it was a bank off the glass, a nice little lay-in from Turquavion Smith. 27 in the game. Target score winner. There he is, the former Philadelphia 76er. And easy does it. The kiss off the glass. Turquavion, big night for him. Actually finished with 28 in the game. Donovan Williams, game high 30. Simi Shitu had 25 to lead the way for the Winnipeg CEBLs. Good win for the Scarborough Shooting Stars. And think about this. Season high again.
Right.
They put up 205 points in their last 2 games.
And they really have it going. A lot of poise. I was impressed with Scarborough's poise and perseverance. When the building got loud and it looked like Winnipeg was going to come back. Again, I said it earlier, they were able to keep them at an arm's length and just play through literally the noise to come away with the win.
What a great start to their road trip. Heading off to Edmonton now, then off to Vancouver, and now they inch a little closer in that tight East race. Shooting Stars are now 7-5, and our Booster Juice player of the game is standing beside Heather Morrison.
Donovan, at one point you're 21 points ahead, but then they climb back to 6. How did you hold them off?
I mean, we got a really good group of guys. Like, you know, I just got back and everybody's talking about this 3-headed monster, but you got to look down our bench. We're missing guys. Everybody did their job today. So for us, that's kind of what it's all about. Like, everybody knows we got talented guys at the front end, but we're a team that we kind of pride ourselves on our depth. So when they made that run, we just talked about it. We weathered the storm. We stayed aggressive. We stayed poised. And I'm just really proud of the guys for how they played tonight.
You were the first person out there celebrating with Turk when he got the target score winner. How important was this win on this busy road trip that you have ahead of you?
I mean, right now, everything's important. You know, like, we try to pride ourselves on going 3-0 on this road trip, and it got a little chippy toward the end. You know, I fouled out. You know, it just got a little weird. But we, like I said, like, we weathered that storm, and I'm just happy for Turk. I'm happy for Kat. I'm happy for all these guys. They played their ass off, played their butts off tonight. I'm sorry.
All right, thanks, Donovan. Good luck in Edmonton. We'll see ya.
That's all right. That's all right, Donovan. It was a little chirpy and chippy out there, but Donovan Williams, part of that 3-headed monster. They were monstrous tonight, particularly he was. Turk hits the target. The Shooting Stars get the W, 103-93 in Winnipeg tonight.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight. We're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
All the drama, all the excitement, all the fun. Pull up to a CEBL game this summer. Get your tickets now at CEBL.ca or on the CEBL mobile app. And hey, get 15% cash back when you pay with your NEO credit card when buying tickets at CEBL.ca/NEO. Sign up today to get a $25 bonus and be entered to win a 2025 Championship Weekend experience on us.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister Juice, freshly made your way.
Great way to spend Friday night. That's what they're going to be playing for. August 22nd to 24th, Championship Weekend. Crowd gets a chance to take some pictures with that. They'll see it, and Winnipeg will play for it as a host team. But I kind of like the way the host team still scraps, knowing that they have a playoff spot. It was tough to scrap tonight against a guy who's fast becoming a superstar in this game.
Well, he was great getting downhill, scored at every level, made threes. You just, too much tonight. He had everything going, and he even got to the line. He's a tremendous scorer. I know Coach Mike Taylor was worried about him and how you can